Bonjour! So, for this video, it's going to be in Riverview, but it could be elsewhere. It's just that I couldn't find a 30 by 30 lot available in Moonlight Falls, so I decided I could use the one that is, I think it's this one. This one might be a 30 by 30, but it's currently occupied because I moved the house from there to there. So I think this one is 30 by 30. I'm going to check it in Edit Town mod, and then I'll get to the building. So it's going to be a Let's Build. It's Halloween themed, and I've got an inspo, more than an inspo picture. It's from a book I have. I'll show you pictures and what else before we start. Well, let's check it out first in Edit Town mod. So yeah, I'm going to have it here, 30 by 30. I think it's enough. We'll see. In the book, only have one floor visible, the floor plan for one floor. So I'll totally extrapolate for the rest. And it's going to be a haunted house. So what I wanted to say is I'm not sure I'm going to keep it in Riverview. So I'm building it in regular Riverview. I'm not sure I'm going to move it into my other version of Riverview. It's just a Halloween one I wanted to do. I felt in the mood to build, and there is a lot here that I could use. So yeah, let's get to it. So the haunted house, it's CC free and there is no store items either here. I've used items, I think, from all the EPs and stuff packs I have, which is all the stuff packs except for the Katy Perry one and all the expansion packs except for Into the Future. And yeah, so I wasn't that happy with the result. I mean, I was happy with what I could do without CC nor store items, but yeah, for instance, the staircase, wanted to have a split one so that there is a landing before getting upstairs. So there are two levels. It's L-shaped in the book, and so I wanted it to be the same way. And there is one from the store. I think it's from the Prism studio, something like that, where there is an L-shaped staircase I could have used there. But instead I used constraint floor elevation to do that, so it needs more room, makes the building a bit more bulky because I need more room to do that. And so yeah, there was some areas where I was itching to use items I had seen or I had in other games where I'm using CC or store items, and for instance the windows, because it does give the house a vibe, you know. These ones, the one I wound up using, aren't as narrow as the ones in the book, and yeah, it makes the whole facade a bit wider, I think. Also, I've moved the walls at different times because I needed more space to have. I had only a 1 square wide window, and I needed it to be in the middle. So the corridor downstairs, it was 3 wide instead of 2 wide, and so I ended up moving the walls and having the corridor narrower and using another window, one from Ambitions, because I was thinking the top wasn't that visible, so it looked more like the type of window that could be there. Same thing. I also had to adjust the rooftop. So what I did is I did that for other buildings. So this one on the picture, it has it's a white trim roof, type of roof. Also, it's mosaic. It's a type of roof where there is an attic, and couldn't use the one from the Now and Then manor, I think, because it's from the store, and couldn't also use any CC roof with white trim. So instead, I used the shelf. The issue is that it's a bit too low, but at the same, so when the roof is not apparent, the shelf is cutting through the window a bit. It's too low, but if I put it higher, it's half eaten by the roof. So try to have the right balance. That wasn't easy. So yeah. That's a few things it's mostly when building. Decorating was not that much harder to do without CC, but maybe because it wasn't as detailed in the book. So yeah, I added a small barn on the side because I thought that they could have something for the horse or a carriage. Oh yeah, the whole thing is supposed to be late 19th century, early 20th century, so turn of the century, but of the 20th century. It is described as such at the end of the book. Oh, the door, I've put markers on this lot, so the door glitched out, and so I removed it instead, but I'm going to do something at the end during the finishing touch part. Okay, so once I was done with the exterior, well, I just did a bit more later on, but once I was done, I tackled the first floor, which had there was a floor plan for the first floor in the book, getting inspiration from. And also there were a few descriptions about maybe more like the atmosphere of the house. So that it's a bit of so that book there are very different houses or dwellings, types of dwelling there, from different times and places, and sometimes from even like fantasy worlds that the author has created or got inspiration from. And each house here has a very small story, like one paragraph long, and then there are a few notes with the floor plan. A few notes telling a bit more about the whole vibe of the house. So this one is a haunted house. It's haunted by a little girl, and she just wants to play with someone. So she likes to make noises because that's fun, and in the kitchen, for instance. And there is also another one where it reads that the downstairs bedroom is humid, and there is also another note that says that downstairs again there is a storage area. So these two things I have added downstairs. So I've added a downstairs area, a basement. That's the word I was looking for. And yeah, so I tried to incorporate what was said there, so that it was more like going more with what was said there. I mean, the goal was to recreate in a way the house from the book, so also the whole atmosphere that goes with it. Trying to tell the same story or a very similar story to what is implied in the book. So I've also added a ghost of a little girl whom I called Little Girl because there is no name in the book, so I went with that too. And she is haunting the whole house. So yeah, since we are on that first floor, which I have a floor plan for, so I was following what was indicated there. Just when some of what was said that the drawing room at the front here is not that big, so there are not that many places to hide in, but that sometimes just a glimpse from it's not that obvious if they mean from the outside to the inside or from the inside to the outside. So I placed a door there looking out to the horizon, to the outside, just looking through the window. And another one was that the hallway and the stairs are pretty noisy, and so the stairs are supposed to be squeaky when they are going upstairs. So since I didn't have that, but I had placed a hidden room marker because I'm using constant floor elevation over there. So the hidden room marker, one of the options there, which I could have used in the apartment buildings I did not that long ago. I totally forgot to do that. It's not a big one, so one of the options is that you can, when you click on it, you can choose an ambient sound. So there is a cheap one or the expensive one, more posh one. But I think the posh one and more expensive one, there are elevator sounds, maybe. I think the cheap one, there might be like drum beat sounds sometimes, and yeah, but it's like as if there is something in the walls. So I thought it was a good way to have it to add to the atmosphere that is supposed to be haunted. So one of my nieces. My nieces are here. At the moment, it's they're on break from school, and 3 of them did a kind of a playthrough with me that is going to be that I'm going to use as way of a tour of the house at the end. So there is not going to be a real tour. You won't see everything, but see, the idea is more like it's a more of a vibey house. So the idea is to go with the haunted atmosphere here, and so we did a play session together, and they tried to unravel a bit the mystery of the house. There is not really one. I mean, there is no tomb, but I've used the bookcase that is actually a door. And by the way, it is, I think, I need to try and check it out again, but it glitched when we did when we playtested in a way, because I exported the lot, and when I place it back, sometimes there are some things that glitch out, and that was the case here. So what I did is I went in by mode and place I had move objects on. I just clicked on the bookcase to grab it, the door, and then place it back. And what happens when you have that bookshelves, those bookshelves that are actually a door, a sliding door, is that the room that is behind it is almost, I think it is automatically blacked out, and so it's a bit like a tomb, but it's not really, because so in that small room that is behind it, there is a ladder leading to the attic, which I've not put a marker in so that it's blacked out, so it's totally visible. It's not a tomb, but in the attic that's where there is an urn for the little girl, but it's behind a door that is closed, locked. So the Sims, to get to that area, need to find the key, which is very easily visible, accessible, very easily found. So not really an adventure there. It's just to add to the atmosphere and make them go through different rooms. That's why it's going to be the tour, because they were a bit like discovering the thing, the house, and also I wanted their opinions on what I should add, remove, if they thought it was a haunted house. And actually they saw it by day at first, by daylight, and it's not a haunted house, not creepy at all. And I told them to hold on and wait for the night, and also to visit the house, because it's not supposed to be that creepy. It's supposed to be a bit Victorian-ish house, and from the turn of the century. So I told them to hold on till the visit, and the visit is going to be at the end, so you'll see how they reacted. And also I told them what I was trying to do. So one of my nieces, Mimi, she told me that in the kitchen it wasn't noisy enough. So because it's supposed to be noisy, one of the notes is that the evacuation chimney in the kitchen, it's supposed to be very noisy because the sounds are echoing in there. So I tried to put the right thing there. So what I've used is that I've used a lot of fog emitters, and you can have different effects with the fog emitters. And again, the idea was to add to the overall vibe, so that it is more creepy and haunted. Very much a haunted house, but without they wanted spider webs and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, but I don't have that. So what can we do with just the game and all the EPs and SPs? So it's already quite a lot of items and options. The fog emitter, it's pretty cool because you can add quite a few things, even though they're not going to interact with them. So it's just more for the atmosphere itself. They're not going to change the moodlets for the Sims and stuff like that. Ooh, also, I keep forgetting to mention it, but one big change I did for the facade of the house is that on the drawing of the house, there were two areas for the porch, two sections, and I made it a big wraparound porch there, because it was more practical for what I wanted to do, and also it looked more American to me in a way. But yeah, that's why it changed slightly, and also it changes a bit the look of the house. It's the front facade. So talking about that, before the tour, I'm going to show you the result of the Let's Build here with the version of the book. So the house, and then the first floor, And then we're going to go on the tour. So we did it with 3 of my nieces in Sleepy Hollow. Okay, so we are with...
C'est moi qui commence.
Soso.
Mimi. Et Juju.
Hello my fans.
Juste un. T'en as juste un.
Il faut mettre un S à la fin.
Hello my fans.
Oh, fans.
Ça se fait, on en a qu'un seul.
Si tu veux zoomer et dézoomer. Ah, elle est là.
C'est qui celle-là?
C'est parti.
C'est les lisières bourgeois.
Pourquoi les violettes et bleues?
C'est sa manière dont elle est morte.
Bah non.
Friendly? On dit cute. Chicks.
Attends, celui-là, on va tout louper.
Ça, c'est lui proposer de lui lire une histoire.
Oui.
Dans le lit. Donc elle va aller se coucher.
Oh, on peut être méchant.
Oui.
Vas-y.
Non, la pauvre.
Des pauses?
Il y a la momie qui peut tout me dire.
Mais elle peut pas se casser. Genre si on la fait trop chier, elle va se casser.
Oui. Ah, puis elle veut pas que tu sois chez elle.
Mais fais un truc gentil.
Ça sert à rien maintenant. Parce que juste le temps de voir où c'est sa chambre. Parce que logiquement, elle va aller dans sa chambre. Au moins, elle fait la petite visite guidée. Attends,
Elle
c'est
veut
ça.
pas, hein. Elle t'aime pas.
Mais c'est quoi son problème? Mais en même temps, on était un peu...
Blablabla.
Voilà, on est contents. Elle est contente. Puis après, elle nous sort non. Mais elle se prend pour qui? Non,
Elle aime pas les histoires.
Fais plein de friendly et ça devrait le faire. Regarde, elle est morte de rire. Elle est ravie, là. Super. Bouge pas. Bah déjà, on a gagné. T'arrives à voir, toi, de là? Oui. Je vois rien. Mais il se prend pour qui, notre robot? C'est vrai que là, on va pas... Il a pété un câble. Là. C'est bon. Allez, vas-y. Là, si ça marche pas... Si elle nous re-insulte, je vais m'énerver.
Mais c'est bon, on va visiter là. Laissez-moi tranquille.
Vous avez passé toute la nuit à...
Mais ça fait 40 ans, on lui demande d'aller lire une histoire avec elle, elle veut pas.
Alors,
bon,
là, il est en train de prendre une histoire. Regardez. Read to sleep.
Ah, mais c'est pas trop tôt. Ah,
c'est bon.
En vrai, ça se trouve, depuis le début, elle a dit oui, mais elle a juste dit pas tout de suite. Et nous, comme des cons, on continue.
Je fais elle.
On te fuit.
Ah non, sa chambre, c'est celle la humide au fond du...
Elle a choisi...
Non, c'est ça sa chambre. C'est pas ça sa chambre. Ah, ça me dégoûte. Non, mais c'est horrible. J'ai pas vu une histoire. Hein. C'est glauque.
Ah, il y a de la fumée. Non, c'est de la fumée, ça va.
Non, mais Tata, sur le humide, t'as un peu abusé, je crois.
Bah, elle est humide, c'est pareil.
Mais là, c'est plus qu'humide, là. C'est quoi ça? Ah, t'as mis un monstre.
C'est la réserve. J'avais mis des citrouilles, elles sont toutes explosées.
Ah, mais ça me dit... Mais c'est quoi cette maison? Ah, c'est trop bien, en plus.
Oui. Elle est en pyjama. Reviens ici.
Ok, bah nous, on va faire un petit tour de la maison, parce que là, il fout rien. Évidemment, c'est bon.
Là, c'est le salon.
Ils ont les poubelles.
Normalement, ces portraits, pendant la nuit, ils se changent. Mais comme j'ai été trop vite, ils ont pas changé. C'est la cuisine, là. Je vous montre la cuisine.
Allez. Oh, une pomme empoisonnée.
T'as dit qu'elle faisait du bruit?
La cuisine?
Bah ouais, c'était marqué ça sur le plan.
Vous voulez aller à l'étage?
Allez.
Vous vouliez absolument lui raconter une histoire. Ce miroir-là.
Ah,
C'est le miroir magique, c'est ça?
miroir, mon beau
Faut lui
miroir.
demander si on est les plus belles.
Là, je pense qu'il y a une porte.
Ah ouais, t'as trop raison, ça c'est des portes secrètes, ça. Bah oui, regarde, on peut pas y accéder, c'est que c'est noir.
Désolé, tata, on a calé ton truc direct.
Et pourquoi il ouvre pas?
C'est peut-être un bug, hein. Corrigerai si c'est un bug.
Là, c'est un
pause.
bug. Après, en soi, il y a notre bibliothèque. Est-ce que c'est pas mieux?
On va voir si ça marche là. Ouais.
Ah, c'est bon.
C'est parce que c'est quand tu exportes un truc.
Ah, il y a une petite échelle.
Ok, bah je vous montre. Ça c'est la chambre des enfants. La salle de bain.
Ok.
C'est la chambre des parents.
Oh,
Ah, c'est fun.
Gégé, elle aime beaucoup la chambre. Tu veux dormir là? C'est la chambre du bébé.
mais c'est fun.
Bon, allez, vous voulez monter?
Les parents, t'imagines écrire du bébé dessus. Ah, mais ils sont nuls. Ah, regarde. Faut trouver une clé.
Ah oui, le cœur.
C'est vrai qu'il s'est cassé, bah, il y a plus personne.
Il n'a pas pris l'action, c'est moi. Ah, c'est... Ah oui, on voit le rideau aux portes bizarre.
Alors il va prendre la porte, là, ça. Voilà. C'est le coin, c'est parce qu'il pêche de là. J'adore qu'il prenne cette tour. Voilà.
Comment tu as que vous zoomez comme ça?
Zoomer?
Oui.
Je fais plus.
Ah, il y a la petite fille.
Ah bah elle est là. Elle prend aussi la double porte.
Au retour.
Ah, est-ce qu'elle va dans le...
Ah oui, c'est
Elle a
vrai.
possédé l'objet.
Ah, d'accord. À cause de la nuit, là.
Non, bah écoute,
Elle avait envie de sortir.
c'est sa maison.
On l'a dérangée.
Elle va vite, hein.
Imagine sa passion, c'était d'insulter la petite fille.
J'ai remarqué, oui.
Non, c'est vrai, je lui fais bonne grimace.
Elle aime bien les grimaces. Et aux toilettes. Toilettes du bain. Ça s'est transformé. Vous vous rappelez? Regardez.
On peut
Voilà.
faire des pauses pour voir les fantômes. Ah oui.
Oh, elle est creepy.
Bah, yo,
Elle passe par les murs. Hein, regarde, il veut lui faire une blague, il lui fait un beau, je sais pas quoi. Ça, c'est il est en train de préparer une bêtise. Tu crois qu'elle va se coucher?
bah,
Je
oui,
dis,
bien
c'est
joué.
sa chambre préférée.
Mais
Il y a une
vraiment,
belle chambre
j'ai
là-haut
pas
et tout.
compris.
C'est sa chambre.
C'est mignon.
Ouais.
Non, c'est pas trop mignon. Ah, il se casse.
Mais là, il va voir
Il en a marre, il a trop peur.
Et regarde. Oh, la poupée.
Ça, c'est une belle image de fin.